say next. Not because I'm a genius, not because I'm super smart, not because I crammed my presentation, so I can see exactly what's coming next. That's it. It's more productive. Okay? People know what the slide's about. What am I going to say here? Things are in the slide. You can actually see notes. You can see the section for notes. Making you more productive. Be more productive. Definitely. Okay? So that's one of the great device investment of this thing. We've also redesigned some interfaces. So we have a Windows Store app version of Link and of OneNote. And this is the version of OneNote. Instead of using traditional menus, you have a radial menu for you to use. That's more designed appropriate for touch. For Link, you can see the full immersive, full screen interface that's there for meetings. Okay? See, conversations you had before, with groups, with favorites, everything there for you, with full information for you to do. Okay? How do you get off this? You have a choice. The traditional way you like today, most likely, is a professional license. Right? One of those things that you have to use a professional or student professional. Buy once, the license is yours. We're introducing a subscription where each of you calculate to actually use it for multiple devices. You have to pay not from cost, you pay a monthly charge instead. So you might have to use it for the device. Most for consumers, most for consumers as well. You can see we're going to allow you to install the subscription on 365 on 5 PCs or Macs or 5 mobile devices. Depending on the country, you also might get some Skype holding with the screen. Which ones are applied to? We'll announce closer to launch. So you can see a complete different way we can consume Office. And subscription through our cloud offering, Office 365, as an individual user. So our cloud platform is not just for enterprises, it's also for every single user. So in your household, you have one subscription to this, you have installing up to 5 PCs. This is more than 3 you get from today. For small businesses, again, we designed it for businesses that are smaller, designed again the Office 365 for small businesses that allows you to get all the cool tools you want, link, exchange for email, SharePoint. Again, for each user, you can install 5 pieces or 5 mobile devices. And of course, for large enterprises, there's some options available. We don't go through it, but for enterprises, no matter the scale, we can scale out to you. So for us, okay, work and play. Absolutely no compromise in this space. Reimagining the chipset using space. This creates Civic Windows Phone 8 for launching with our hardware partners and our telcos later this summer. That's a great companion for Windows 8. The Windows user will find out the life and seats continue on the phone with Windows Phone 8. So amazing devices, great innovation, wireless charging from Nokia, amazing target configuration, NFC and wallets and kids corner, great features that will make your economy very productive on Windows Phone 8. Most importantly, productivity and all kinds of enterprise, the new modern Office designed for touch, works in any device you want it to, follows you wherever you go, makes you professional, makes you productive. Windows 8, Windows Phone 8, and modern Office are the bedrock of the new Microsoft. I'm hoping that you enjoy the information you have. I'm hoping you go to the rest. I hope it goes. Thank you.
We're going to start out with a little bit of history. We're going to wind up talking about Windows 8 for the most part, I promise. But historically, I think probably, who here remembers when Windows 95 came out? You're dating yourself, but go ahead. Does anyone remember when Windows 95 came out? Yeah. Okay. There's a few old-timers like me here. So Windows 95 was, I think, probably the first time that most people like us really would have started paying attention to Windows. It was a big deal when Windows 95 came out. My my guess is that, like me, the first time you used Windows 8, the first time you saw Windows 8 with your own eyes, the first time you touched Windows 8 with your finger, you probably said, whoa, in some way or another. So that's what I wanted to be able to communicate to you today, is that this really is a new world of Windows. And Emmanuel mentioned this. Emmanuel said that we've reimagined Windows from the chipset through the user experience. And we're going to cover that today. I think, from the chipset, the fact that we're looking at these devices here, they're absolutely brilliant, absolutely beautiful. And then we compare that and take that up to the user interface, which again is seriously reimagined. We're really looking at a whole new world of Windows. Again, for the first time since Windows 95, but maybe, probably, I think we could argue in the history of the country. So I'm really glad you can join us here today for that. I want to, as I said, I'm feeling a little bit reflective this morning. There are a lot of things on my mind. I'm actually originally from the United States, and today the people of my country are going to vote for president. I've already submitted my vote 3 weeks ago. But I've got a lot on my mind. I'm really hoping that my fellow wins today. And so I'm feeling historic. I'm feeling reflective. So let's talk about history for a little bit. Windows XP. How many people in here are still running Windows XP? Really? Just a few of you. Okay. That's good. Windows XP, I think most people around Nigeria, around Africa, really around the world, Windows XP is what most people were running for several years. And if you go back to that year 2000, right? That election, it's the year that Clinton left, and George Bush came in as a leader of my country. A lot has changed since then. Okay? Probably back then in the year 2000, it's that we love as well. It's secure. We can be productive on it. We can plug stuff into it, be it a printer or a keyboard. It's a no-brainer. So the rest of the day, try it, touch it, come in and talk to me or any of my colleagues, but use Windows 8 to start to see how for the first time you no longer need to compromise. Thank you.
Great. My name is Eugene. So, where your favorite entertainment application, your favorite banking application, your favorite business application as a Nigerian will be available in the Windows Store. You'll be able to use your Nigerian card to pay for content if you wish to do so. We're creating an ecosystem that will flourish and provide employment for people who want to create applications. Through the Windows Store, any student, any entrepreneur, any developer, any professional could create an application and sell it to a potential market of 1 billion people. That's the power of the Windows Store. 1 billion people as you market sell globally and monetize here locally just by you writing an application. You know that Windows is the world's largest PC ecosystem. And we're bringing it to bear with our partners like HP, Samsung, Dell, Lenovo, Acer, Asus, Zynox, MSI. All these different partners are providing really creative partner solutions to enable businesses and consumers in Nigeria and across the world to achieve their objectives through their devices. At the same time, in the future, we will also be launching 2 very, very important complementary products. One being the Windows Phone 8, which is the same core principle as Windows 8. We're launching with our hardware partners, Nokia and HTC, and the mobile operators in Nigeria later this month. It's going to be very exciting, and it's exciting to Windows 8 itself. And also later on, in early 2013, we're launching the new modern Office. The new version of Office that's 1, touch-enabled, 2, connected to the cloud so your documents follow you, allows you to be more professional and have much more great productive features, touch-enabled, full immersive. And with these 3 key products, Windows 8, Windows Phone 8, and the modern Office, we definitely believe a new era has started for Microsoft, our partners, and the IT industry in general. So that is my few comments, but I'm very welcome for questions amongst any member of my team. 2 other members just joined us, so maybe they can introduce themselves quickly before we take questions and answers.
My name is Awa from marketing for Microsoft Nigeria, covering the global markets in this country.
So I hope some of you will actually take time and actually go to the exhibition, look at those devices, play with them.